We're standing in front of Sean Cummings Irish Pub, this gray Irish morn of St. Patrick's Day, where big things are planned. It's an all-day affair. Sean Cummings Irish Pub is a working man's pub. Let's go in and check it out.
Irish food's pretty simple. Huge families, very little space, very little money. You know, you don't think of Irish people in America as it being like a ghetto food or poor people's food. That's why we came here, because there wasn't any food over there. Here's the deal. In Ireland, you could get colcannon on a regular basis, which is the thing that looks like mashed potatoes.
Okay.
It is basically ham, mashed potatoes, and cabbage mixed together, and I ate that as a child at least once a week. Now, the irony is I didn't know it was called colcannon. It was just dinner that day. The other thing's a shepherd's pie, and this is stolen from every culture. I think the Scots really originally came up with it. It's just all things food shoved into a bowl with mashed potatoes over the top, because there seemed to be an abundance of that and nothing else. The other's just Irish stew. What you find out with Irish stew is a way to bring beer into the house that your wife couldn't get mad at you. You'd say, oh, we're going to make some stew, a stout tonight. And, you know, I'd finish off the stout myself and do the stew. Another thing this is made with sometimes is called poutine, which was the Irish version of white lightning. And they would throw a little bit of that in when you sauteing your onions and do a little bit yourself.
Now, there's a lot of fish, too, involved.
Right. Okay, here's the deal on Irish fish. Fish and chips is the #1 item. Now, most people don't really realize that. Ireland's surrounded by an ocean.
There you go.
But 80% of the seafood is an export.
Really?
Isn't that crazy? 80%, yeah, send it over the mainland.
It's almost St. Patty's.
Mm-hmm.
This is kind of the place to come. I mean,
Yes. We have to prepare for insanity is what we'll be looking for. Last year we had about 3,000 people.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't sound like a lot till you realize we only seat 40.
Mm-hmm.
We set up a big and fence off the parking lot out back. We bring beer trucks in from Coach's Brewery. Half of the bands will play out there, half of the bands will play inside. This year, the advantage we have is we get to use Kathy's side of the restaurant to eat in. So instead of only being able to serve about 500 or 600 people, we can probably serve at least double or triple that.
That's awesome. Now, what time are you starting on St. Patrick's?
11 a.m. we'll open on St. Patrick's Day.
Which is early for you. You usually don't open until 4.
Right.
So, yeah, come on out early.
If you just want to eat, that's the time to be here, because as it gets more and more crowded later in the day, the parking will become scarce and you know, all the normal stuff.
Right.
But it's a big party.
Last year was a ball. Last year was huge, and you know it's only going to get bigger. All the people that came last year will be here. Plus, they're going to bring their friends. Plus, people who see this, hopefully, will come out. And so we're expecting a lot of people. It'll be a lot of fun.
So, is there now? What's the attire? You got to wear green to get in. What's the deal?
I think that'd be cool. You know, we're not requiring it, but you know,
okay.
but come on, get in the spirit.
That's right. That's right. Well, very good. So, tell me a little bit about the bands you got coming in.
The bands are our pride and joy here.
Okay.
We've met so many nice people. The Celtic community has so many talented musicians, and I think they're all going to be here that day. Or most of them, you know, a few of them are going to be out of town, unfortunately, but we've got some great bands. Our headlining act is called On the DOS, and they're one of our favorites. They play here a couple times a month, and they're just a hoot. You know, they get everybody singing and toasting. They do all the good old favorites, traditional songs with a twist.
Is there one thing, whether it's a drink or an eating item, that people ought to be looking for? That maybe is, you know, is there a beer that you would suggest?
Guinness.
Guinness, well beyond Guinness.
Guinness, of course, Guinness. Yeah, but you know, it's fun now. We've got all these great beers on tap. We can do a half and half, which is a Harpen Guinness. We can do. We've got woodchuck cider, so that's a snake bite with the cider and the Guinness on top. So
you're frightening me now.
There's variety here, Dave. Yeah, we've got a lot of variety with the beers.
One thing that we have to get settled right away. We got right here the national beer.
Yes.
Of Ireland. This is not green.
No, now, okay, here's the deal.
And there should be no green, right?
I will not be, we don't do green beer.
Yeah.
We do beer, and we do
God
really
wanted
good
green
beer.
He would make green beer, right?
There'll be plenty of people doing green beer, just not me. Well, you know, the thing is, my father is from Galway, and I can't do stuff that would embarrass him. And honestly, he'd go in and go, really?
Yeah, hey, I think it's an authentic experience that way. There will be no green beer flowing back.
No, it'll be authentic food. No.
So there you have it. This is the place to be, St. Patrick's Day. I think I'm going to go ahead and get started now. Cheers.